Shit. Nice. Someone else is about to make history. Nice. I broke records, tons of records this year. It's always good to see someone else trying to break records and set worlds first.
What's up, gamers? I'm your Saturday host.
Ah, not prison ho. Oh man. Not prison ho. The fucking prison fucking guard. I mean, he looks like an informant, but
Prison Joe, and welcome to Behemoth. Before we get into it today, I did want to say Merry belated Christmas to all of you guys. I do appreciate you greatly. Let's get into the news. Starting off today, our main story. Some of us have enjoyed sailing, myself included. Some of us have not enjoyed sailing. Some of you guys hate it. Regardless of which side you fall on that, I think it's safe to say, at this point, a lot of us have gone back to doing a variety of things in RuneScape and not just focusing on sailing. Although this is a reality for most of us, there's a select group of gamers.
What, do you think people are going to do sailing ever since it launches and not do anything else?
To have been locked into sailing for the last 2 months plus. This group of gamers has definitely been quietly locked in, as you would have no idea that these guys are waking up every day and putting in crazy hours only doing sailing. What I'm talking about is the race to 200 mil experience in every skill, and the race is coming to an end soon. As it stands right now, Fast07, big shocker, is the favorite to take his place as #1 on the overall high scores when it's all said and done.
All those guys are cheating, dude. Like, what the fuck? Stop promoting fucking cheaters, dude. All those guys are fucking cheating. Like, no. Like, Necro's apparently been playing for fucking 18 hours a day every single fucking day this year. No, it's impossible, dude. He would have lost his mind to sleep fucking insomnia. He would have lost his fucking mind to sleep deprivation by now. He wouldn't be able to focus on the game at all. And that's the very minimal stages of sleep deprivation. You could say, you didn't say you do all this shit and you'd show us all this shit that you play for 18 hours a day, but we know it ain't you playing. You're cheating your ass off. You're paying someone to play for you.
Overall scores, he has a 10 mil XP lead on City Morgue, and sailing specifically, he has about a 9 mil lead on Give Cookie. So barring a generational fumble or throw, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that? You ham rope wearing son of a bitch. He will most likely finish on top. The numbers are obviously wild to look at, but just thinking about this, the mindset of waking up every single day and doing the Gwyneth glide for 16 hours or so is crazy. This guy is built different. I also have on good authority that Mr. Fast has done all of this while using a wooden chair and a laptop while smoking cigs inside. Beast. Moving on, we have quite the island submission right here. This island is very Iron Man friendly. It features just a couple of birdhouses. You just put this in the video yesterday. Eagles Peak 2 coming next year. Next up, ever since sailing came out, we've been seeing a lot of posts like this. Some people might not understand, but the amulet and the pants are working. He's just having a great time. Last up, recently we've been doing some research at the Behemoth Enterprise, and we have reason to believe that Jagex has definitely upped the RNG during the holiday season. Here's some examples. Starting us off here, a double roll on the Clue Scroll Mega Rare table from a hard clue. As you can imagine, that is quite improbable. Next up, Satan V3 is free from the big.
What do you get?
As you can imagine,
a gilded spear and a 30. The gilded spear is fucking nothing.
That is quite improbable. Next up, Satan V3 is free from the Big Rat. 11,921 KC. That's a lot of spawn. Another piece of 3rd H here from, and that's right, his 2nd ever hard clue. I also looked this account up, the Alchemy Frog. They are 80 combat and 1564 total, so this is definitely going to a good home. And to finish out the holiday RNG, the legendary Onyx drop from the gym bag, which is 1 in 2.5 million. And some fun lore with this one. For a period of time in RuneScape, we didn't even know if this drop existed. So if you were doubtful, here's the proof. That is sadly all the news we have for you guys today. Let's get into the clips. Starting us off today, Sardanko has entered the best raid in RuneScape, the Theater of Blood.
No way, guys! We got one!
Please.
What could it be?
Man, I wish I could have played World of Warcraft like these guys. Like, they get carried through every single content they do. Like, their chat carries them through every single thing that they do. Oh, fuck, I wish I could start playing RuneScape like that.
Let's go!
It's something. It's
Guys,
something. It would have been better if it was Scythe, but
I asked for a scythe for Christmas, but this is fine, guys. It's fine. Guys,
at least a
every
purple in your
single
name.
raid, I've gotten a purple on the first day of raiding.
Come on, Top Tuesday. Next up, Ginger Beatty almost timed this perfectly.
3, 2, 1. I'm free. Wait, I don't know how I feel. I'm like free, but I'm not happy.
A dangerous combination, Hardquireman and the Delve Boss.
Jeez, look at that next beard. Holy shit. Wonder if he's a fucking Jagex
Anyone
mod.
almost died in Doom today?
Chance. At the Beam of Enterprise, we appreciate all the streamers that let us use their clips. Here's some Christmas donos and more to come in the future as well. Starting off with the most handsome RuneScape streamer of all time, Mr. Fab.
The f is that for? What?
Excuse me, most handsome. Excuse
Are you
me.
joking me, Joe?
This
Thank you
motherfucker's
so
bald.
much,
Are you
bro.
kidding me?
Behemoth team? Oh my god. You know what? Maybe I do like T-Pupper Slice,
This
alright?
motherfucker's
Maybe
bald.
like T-Pupper.
And he's a cop tattoo.
And the goat herself, Chlamydia, 69. Nice.
Chlamydia.
What the hell? Thanks for letting us use your clips. What the freak? Thank you guys. That's insane.
Yo,
You guys
stop
are
supporting the
nuts.
fucking
What the
e-girls,
hell?
dude.
I'm gonna get that
Stop
coach
simping.
purse. I don't own a purse. I'm gonna get that coach purse. PJ, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Motherfucking
Hope you have
simps,
a good time
dude.
with your fam. A safe holiday, a safe and happy holiday.
That's the
Thank you
guy
very much.
streamers,
I
not
know
the
Meowth
fucking
was
girls.
playing
you
Counter-Strike
simp.
here, but I promise he plays RuneScape.
Wait, $150 from Tasty Prison Joe and Tapa. Thanks for letting us use your clips, little pup. No problem.
That's sad, man. The horrors of Craigslist.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Coming in sundown because today we are delving into the wild world of Craigslist. If you're purchasing something online,
Fuck, I'm starving, man. Holy shit. Fucking starving. I can't believe this shit, dog. I drank 16 beers. Shot and all of them. Still stand, dude. It didn't fucking affect me at all. Shit. It's crazy, man. I've reached full immunity to beer. I shotgun 16 beers today. I'm still fucking here. Jesus
chances
Christ,
are you're
man.
heading to either Amazon or eBay, one of the
My
big
immunity is
retailers,
fucking
right?
crazy,
While this
man.
is standard, back in the day, there was a website that was surely competing with the big dogs of the internet commerce. Craigslist. And its heyday was massive. I mean, everybody used Craigslist in all kinds of different ways, not even just for sales, but social meetups, all kinds of, it was just like a weird, odd message board. Kind of reminded me of 4chan a bit, how it's laid out and the kind of different boards you could go to, but you could also specify it specifically to your area. It's kind of crazy. It separated itself from other shopping websites by allowing people to rant and post more than their unwanted junk.
raves. You can
Sadly,
throw
the
raves
website
on
has
there
become a
too,
husk of
rants
its
and
former
raves.
self, but many weird, insane posts made there are either still up or have been preserved for us to see. And throughout its history, Craigslist has garnered a reputation for having some of the weirdest people on the internet, which is exactly why we're looking at Craigslist has garnered a reputation.
25 to come over and jerk off in my model train room. Mutual touching and stuff. But nothing more than that. I'm not gay. It's a hoe scale. Then after you finish, you can stomp around and kick the trains like buildings like a monster. Don't break there, my sons. We can do this until 4 a.m. or until we get tired. Also, I have lots of imitation crab meat in my freezer that I need to get rid of. So you can have a bunch when you leave. It's perfectly good. We just got too much. What the fuck?
For having some of the weirdest people on the internet. Which
What the fuck?
is exactly why we're looking in it today. So, hide your credit card and lock your doors as we reveal some of the most depraved and crazy things to ever happen on Craigslist. If you want a good idea of what kind of person Craigslist attracts, there's no better place to start than the weird stuff they purchase. Unlike Amazon, you could literally buy anything on Craigslist so long as someone listed it. In 2008, Chris Wilson purchased a dilapidated 300-foot-long cruise ship called the Aurora for $600,000 with the intention of restoring it, which is just awesome. The ship was built shortly after World War II and needed a lot of work. It's a huge ship. It's crazy. It's a war vessel, basically. When asked if he had any experience building ships, he said no. But he was a fast learner, and then he has rebuilt some cars in his past, claiming that he'd be just fine. I love that.
Yeah,
in
rebuilt
total,
the car
the
that was
ship has
missing a fucking
85
tire.
cabins,
Come
a
on.
theater, and a swimming pool that required over $1 million in renovations. So, for 15 years, Chris traveled the world, salvaging parts needed to restore the ship to its former glory. Progress had been going strong until 2023, when he was forced to sell the ship because a majority of the locals in the area thought the ship was an eyesore. I was gonna say, dude, you. Are you restoring a ship? Go yourself. After it was sold, the Coast Guard towed the ship, but it began to sink and pollute the surrounding waters because of a massive hole in the ship's hull. The city's government then...
Fuck, that's 600K down the fucking drain. Should have put up your nose, not down the fucking drain. Basically zero. I never had shit. Mom's bank account was zero. Done. Started from the bottom, still here. I'm your hero.
Had to step in and maintain water pumps in the ship's hull until it could be salvaged for scrap. Many people theorize that the abandoned ship was haunted, which makes sense given Craigslist's reputation as a hot spot for items.
To leave the
as you remember,
hometown.
I'm pretty sure the divot box was sold on Craigslist.
eBay's haunted item, yeah.
The most...
Where the fuck are my ganja scissors? That's weird. Usually they're right here. Oh, there they are. Okay, it's not. I'm just gonna say what the fuck.
haunted object of all time was a Craigslist sale. So who knows? I just want to say that falls into the HOA kind of thing too. I don't, dude, if I bought a also, you've been around it how long?
Yeah.
Over a decade, and just now all of a sudden it's an eyesore. That's why I'd put cannons on it first. Go ahead, say something. Go ahead. Talk about my ghost ship. I want you to. Also, a guy just being like, yeah, I restore hot rods. I can restore a full warship.
The confidence.
You have to have that. You have to have that confidence. You have to have that level of mystique and confidence about you. Christian Helms was fortunate enough to have his backyard used as a set in 2012 for an episode of Anthony Bourdain's show, No Reservations. RIP. Years later, he would list his primo ceramic grill on Craigslist, claiming that the spirit of Anthony Bourdain possessed it. That is so fucked up. Yeah, you can buy my Anthony Bourdain haunted ceramic grill. That's got to be illegal, right?
No.
Is that illegal? Couldn't the family sue you?
Are you gonna prove his ghost is not in there? Good luck.
Yeah, you gonna prove the ghost isn't in
there. He's not
there.
talking to you right now. He talks to me all the time.
That's the thing. Oh my god, that's a huge loophole. Because you could say like this thing's haunted by like Anthony Bourdain, and then say it's saying the
up shit, and they can't do
What if his
anything.
phone turned on?
They can't.
Because you're like, a ghost said it.
It has. There's got to be some kind of law. There's no. I can't believe it. He claimed the grill loves dirty water hot dogs and tubed meats, isn't a fan of craft beer or Guy Fieri, and refuses to cook meatless meats and blast music by Midwestern punk rock
Meatless
band
meat?
The Dead Boys. The listing for $450 sold quickly and gained a lot
the
of
fuck's
attention because of
meatless
how
meat?
insane the listing sounded. When asked if it was really possessed, he said he made all the stuff up to sell the grill quicker.
Now you could be sued for libel.
Now it's sued for libel. Also, you're not gonna. It's $450. Imagine that story just to be like for $450. Seems a bit silly. Sometimes the most unexpected things become hot commodities, like a butt-shaped pumpkin. The owner of the Post had to stop allowing offers because their phone had been flooded with numbers of people desperately trying to get their hands on the butt-shaped pumpkin.
You think?
Oh, people have bought it to fuck it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get that out of the way. A little corkscrew and a little. Definitely. Or how a vegan man needed to quickly sell 20 pounds of bacon that his ex-wife stocked his fridge with as a sick joke. On the opposite side of the spectrum, some items are left to rot in the owner's possession. One person was trying to sell their grandpa's 18-foot sailboat. The only issue was that it was stuck in their backyard pool. After their grandpa couldn't sail anymore, he hired a crane to take his boat from the marina and drop it in his pool in his backyard. Now the seller was stuck with a massive sailboat and no way to use it, and they said the boat was free to anyone who could get it the hell out of there. The only condition was that you couldn't damage any of the landscaping or block walls during the removal process, which I'm like, dude, beggars can't be choosers right now. Your grass is gonna get tore up a little bit, all right? The boat was also missing a trailer as well as parts of the poles that hold the sails and the sails themselves. The impossible feat of removing a partially scrapped boat resulted in the Post going untouched. No. Yeah, you want to come work a 40-hour work week for a month trying to get this boat in my backyard? And also, you keep it? You keep this junk? I don't pay you to do any of it?
It looks like a nice boat.
It looks like a nice boat, but not enough to warrant how much of a headache it'd be. Because also, to me, it sounds like a trap where the guy's like, you break it, you buy it, and I feel like he's wanting to get some landscaping, also done for free. Also, you f***ed my landscapes, you owe me X.
A little trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah, a little sailboat trap.
It's a trap. Hey, just wanted to take a quick second to...
Oh, so now you just set up a
Stores
crane and
make it
fucking
eat.
grab it out of the pool and then put it in your trailer. That's it. You get done for less than $500 bucks, man.
hard over anime? This channel ever sold was an entire town. Seneca, California was a former
All
gold
I do
mining
is
town
rent a
that
crane.
has since been abandoned and turned into a ghost town. The original owners who purchased it in 1970s had sat on it for decades, barely maintaining it. And in 2013, 2013 stuff lately. In 2013, they attempted to sell the property for $225,000, but nobody was interested. The town itself had a bar, tons of old cabins, and abandoned mining equipment. It also lacked any modern amenities such as running water, electricity, and is located in the remote desert, so that's fun. The only selling point was that the local bar had an active liquor license.
Not bad.
Already a moneymaker. It took 6 years to sell, and now the current owners let the liquor license expire with no plans to renovate. Okay. You take that town, what you do, Nick, is you have to get a septic system, spend a little money on it, right? But then you make it one of those old-timey Western towns.
Oh, like a tourist attraction.
Exactly, and there's an old-timey bar, liquor license already there. You can get people drunk and have them go mine for gold, or you do that fun thing that I liked when I was a kid, where you put the fake dinosaur bones in the ground, and then kids go like,
I've always wanted to do that.
oh, it's the best. It was awesome. There was this this restaurant that was here way back in the day called like T-Rex or something, but it was like a dinosaur-themed restaurant. It was fucking awesome. Animatronic dinosaurs everywhere. And they had like a Build-A-Bear, but instead of a Build-A-Bear, it was like an archaeology dig site. I loved it. It was awesome. It's gone now. It's gone. Never to return. Children have no imagination now. They have no will to go anywhere. They just have to be on their iPads. One of the best parts about Craigslist was its misconnections tab. My favorite. Misconnections is the best. Where people posted personal requests to find others they may have met. It was removed in 2018, but many of the best posts still survive. In a post titled, "You Farted During Boyhood," a man is trying to find the man who farted during a movie and made his experience magical. He claimed that while watching the movie Boyhood, someone's fart broke the silence and changed the perspective of the film for him. He described it as a loud, deep, and masculine, and with the impact of a baseball bat hitting a leather couch, or George Foreman working the heavy bag. Is that the fart? After the laughter died down in the theater, another fart could be heard as the credits rolled, which he described as two giant hands clapping together. Was that? To him, the watching experience had been almost life-altering, and so he wanted to make a post hoping to find the man responsible for the gas and to thank him. I also just want to say, misconnections.
You truly are a master
usually
of your
commends
craft.
women.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. But it's usually something of like, you looked beautiful in your red dress. I ordered a hot cocoa. and you looked at me, and you, I thought you looked at me, or something like that. To where they're so cryptid sometimes that it's like, how would anyone ever actually know that was them?
It's very delusional too. Of like, I held the door open, you gave me that look, and we both knew.
Yeah, it's definitely someone who's like a person, usually a man, is hyper fixating on like a woman smiling at him. Thank you. She loves me, that kind of thing. Yeah, but they're very fun to sift through. It's a little gold mine.
I want to know if any of them met up.
There has to be some success stories, right? I mean, it's got to be very slim. I don't know. We'd have to see. Shockingly, many people post to seek out others that they met while inside or near a dumpster. That's just gonna throw that out there. One woman claimed that she was running from aliens when she hopped inside a dumpster and found a man inside. The two shared a drink from his flask and discussed their love of grilled cheese, and sadly the romance had to end as the woman had to get out of the dumpster to go shit at a nearby gas station, and when she came back, the man was gone.
This sounds like a hallucination.
What a bummer. No, it's real. Now she's looking to meet up again behind the local McDonald's, and God willing, I hope it happens. But see, that's the beautiful thing of the misconnection post. You get a lot of schizophrenic or just like drug hold brain people that are like, remember the aliens and we shared the flask and I had to take a shit, so you remember that? What if there was one guy who came out though and he's just like, I remember, I've been missing you this whole time. Oh,
that'd be a love story.
That'd be an awesome love story. A man took to the missing connections page hoping to find the man he came into contact with while naked dumpster diving. While out walking, he noticed a dumpster filled with DVDs and decided to hop in and dig around. Not wanting to dirty his clothes, he stripped down to only his sneakers and went to town. While digging, he heard a noise outside the dumpster and saw the man he was looking for carrying trash bags. The interaction was brief as the man quickly turned around and walked back into the store before any words could be exchanged. And apparently, the man he is looking for works for a local adult video store and hopes he can love a 30-something man with a few good teeth. So also just want to say that also just shines a light that the DVDs were all
yes. Yeah. Oh,
which
look at these.
He's just like, look at that. A little Scrooge McDuck action. Come on, man. Also, I love how it's like he was unfazed. Of course the guy's unfazed. You know how many fucking weird dumpster diving people? He's probably like, hey, whatever you do, just don't open the loop thing. They've gone bad. The guy probably took it. He's just like, I'll bet you anything he'd make love to me tenderly. He'd lay me down soft.
If he works at the video store, just go in the video store. Why are you
know where he works? Go in there. But see, that's the thing is he's a pussy about it. See, the misconnection tab a lot of the time is people that are not brave enough. Some people will be like, you work here. Go talk to him.
Yeah, you work at
but then being like, I don't know. They gotta make the first move. Whatever, dude. Hey, could you just be on the specific website at a certain time and see this? Also, the goal, the narcissism to be like, someone's like, that was incredible. I have to check the missing connections tab. You know what I mean? The most common posts in the missing connections forum are people trying to find their true love. Almost all of them.
Yes.
It's love.
Yeah.
Right? If it's about friendship, I'm always just like, you gotta stay away from that guy. But the love, see, love
That's
is
somebody
blind.
that sees a hot girl outside and they're too shy to talk to them.
Love.
Yeah, I think it's a false sense of like, I'm just looking for a friend. You're not looking. You're looking for a friend with a sense of, oh, you want to go back to my place?
Somebody sees somebody in fucking real life, but
No,
they're
I
too
don't.
scared
Also,
to talk to
sometimes I
them.
think it's a lot of gay guys, closeted gay men, being like, just looking for a bud. Once again, be like,
I'd fall for that trap, maybe.
sure, I can come up. Okay, come on up. Yeah, if there was ever like a Jeffrey Dahmer type, you'd be f***ed, man.
Oh, yeah.
A couple beers and watch the game? Honestly, why not? That sounds like good. Yeah.
This drink tastes funny.
Oh.
They're turning the heat. I'm a motherfucking king. Ding-a-ling. Ding-a-ling. Cause I'm a motherfucking king. King-a-ling. Ding-a-ling.
Oh man, it tastes funny, but it's good. Just slam back. Like chalky. In a post titled "Man of My Dreams," a woman posted a picture of a man drinking beer in a kayak
In
during
a
a flood.
flood.
Seems a bit okay. She found him super attractive because he didn't show any fear and wasn't waiting for the National Guard to save him. Now that's a man. Instead, she said he was like a gondolier in the canals, of France, a beacon of hope and comfort. She ended the post by saying he was a true New Orleans, and she hopes to find her Prince Charming. Like how it took Hurricane Katrina for this woman to be like, now that's a man. You're like one of them funny Italians who sing on the boats. Sing me something, sweet chariot. For those who have felt frustrated about their lives, Craigslist has you covered with the rants and raves category. A woman posted a rant about how her bus boyfriend and how she yearned for his smell. You never really take into consideration the smell factor of people's lustfulness, do you?
Well, they have pheromones.
And people, oh, ooh, you know what I mean? A bus boyfriend. I've never heard of like. Is that so? To me, is this somebody who's like regularly on the bus?
Yes.
Who does not know they're in a relationship though?
It's like your work husband.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
That's what.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Some of the work husband bullshit. If you gotta watch out, because that shit gets real very quick, doesn't it? Girls and guys joking around like that.
Work husband becomes new boyfriend.
Work husband becomes. We're doing a little.
You don't need two husbands, bitch.
Watch out. Man.
Yeah, one husband. Calm down.
One morning after he sat next to her, she talked about how she loved his soul patch, but more importantly, the way he smelled. I'm gonna go ahead and say that again. His soul patch and the way he smelled. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's Irish Spring. But it's, yeah, thank you. It's awesome. She was relieved he didn't smell like he smoked crack or cigarettes, which also happened to turn her on. She didn't want to get too horny, because I love the smell of crack and a little bit of cigarettes in there. But I don't want to get too horny. I get wet. I get all goopy. Leave a little snail trail on the bus. She described it as sweet, soft, and clean, and admitted to silently sniffing him throughout the entire ride.
Creepy. You just met this guy.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to meet you. I love your soul patch. Thanks. You smell great.
Yeah, people on the bus are the weirdest
also,
people,
he
man.
definitely knew that she was smelling him. She's just like, oh.
I kept looking and she'd look away real quick.
Oh, her eyes are open the entire time smelling him. Oh. Oh, and he's just like, didn't acknowledge her. Oh. She's on his shoulder. Oh. Wow. In the following days, the couple sat next to each other as the woman describes the sexual tension building between them as they talked about books and their lives. That's sexual tension. How do they not get it on right there, Nick? It's palpable. It's in the air. It became such a big obsession that she told her boyfriend about her bus boyfriend and their conversations. That is brutal. The guy's like, what?
Yeah.
You want to fuck a guy on the bus because he doesn't? Because he say he smells like crack? No, he doesn't smell like that. That is a turn on though.
Does that mean that her boyfriend smells like crack?
That's what I'm wondering. He's like, babe, I smoke crack all the time. Why do we barely have sex? She's like, yeah, complicated. It's complicated. She did this to make him aware and jealous of the other man wanting to be around her. She said he felt threatened by the conversation, so he made sure to have passionate sex with her to mark his territory and quote, realized that he was damn fortunate to have access to this poon. It's one of those things when they immediately have a picture of someone in your head and they immediately turn into like the white trash version of that. That's exactly what happened. You're like, oh, which honestly I should have seen it, the crack and everything, but you know what I mean. Come on. One morning, her bus boyfriend didn't sit next to her and instead chose a seat at the back of the bus. She almost got up to join him, but a 300-pound man sat next to her, smothering her with his body odor. Since that day, she hasn't seen him and yearns for his scent. That guy had to have said that, I'll pay you $70 to ride the bus with me and just sit there and block her in. She's like, excuse me. No, I just want to get... Back in the day, Craigslist was a good way to find new friends, but it was also a great place to make sworn enemies. Veganism has been a controversial topic over the last few decades, but it has upset one man so badly that he wanted to make a vegan fight club. He hopes to find a vegan that he can fight with no rules and he can just beat the shit out of them. They can both just beat the hell out of each other. Does this sound like a man who's wrestling with guilt? Like a guy being that upset over veganism? Do you think it's because he's like, I feel bad that I'm like killing animals and eating them? But you can't get that over on me because it tastes good. It's good.
I feel like if he was like looking to beat like gay men, I feel like he'd be a closeted homosexual.
I think that still transcribes to veganism because if anything, then he wants the vegan guy to fight back so then he can be punished. And essentially, it's painful. Well, I fought for this.
Exactly.
I fought to eat meat. That kind of thing. To make himself seem more intimidating, he claims to have been a yellow belt in judo 10 years prior and aims to fight someone to work through his feelings. I just need to beat someone up. He's healthy. This is a healthy mind. If I can't physically altercate with somebody, I can't get these demons out. Despite it being a no-rules fight, he immediately lays out his conditions. There's no rules, but I got a few rules. The vegan must wear a t-shirt that reads vegan, then nobody gets hurt.
Be wordplay.
I'm telling you, it feels like a sexual thing. I feel it's odd. So he can get super amped and angry during the fight. I want you to get me angry. That's pretty much what he's saying. Yeah. Likewise, he will wear a shirt with something equally provoking, like "Eat your steak like a man" or McDonald's.
Yeah, this is a deeply insecure man.
This is a deeply, deeply insecure man who has a lot to work out. The next rule requires the person to be a fully committed vegan for 3 years or more, and to work in a fully vegan environment to demonstrate their commitment. The final rule is that they have to be politically active and have scars from protests they're attended. This would show that they actually take their beliefs seriously instead of simply doing it to impress people or to get laid. This is skewing to either this is very real or this is extremely fake. There's no, it's one or the other. I can't tell.
I think this guy, his girlfriend cheated on him with a vegan.
100%.
And this is him trying to like get back at vegans.
100%. Something has happened to this man in the past where he has felt wronged through some kind of insecure. Something has happened, and he needs to have. He wants to kill the demon that's hovering over him. He hopes that if there is someone out there fully committed to the fight, they can gain respect for each other's views while kicking the shit out of each other. I don't believe that's what these. I like how he tries to end it with him being like, and then we can become friends at the end. Whenever you visit a website, you expect to have fun and safe experience. Unfortunately, some people have taken advantage of others, which has led to Craigslist crimes. It's not uncommon for criminals to sell stolen items on Craigslist, but in one instance, it exposed a much darker crime. In October of 2016, Sheriff Deputy Frankie Bybee responded to a service call at the home of a 79-year-old woman, whom he soon befriended. Over the next few months, Frankie got close to the woman and eventually gained access to her banking statements. As soon as he got access, he began siphoning over $65,000 to his own account. Holy. Good guy. The woman was quick to notice numerous fraudulent checks leaving her account and asked Frankie what was going on. In panic, he forced her to ingest pills to make it seem like she took her own life so he could go off scot-free. Luckily, the woman survived and had a lengthy recovery in the hospital. God. Police were able to identify Frankie as the main suspect through fingerprints found on the fraudulent checks. Investigators cemented the case against him when they found Craigslist post where he had sold her dog.
He's in the picture too.
What a dumbass. Also too, like, it's how greedy can you be? Yeah, I'll even sell the fucking dog. I mean, can you leave her the dog? Does she have one companion in her life? My God. He was arrested in 2017 and charged with an attempted murder, theft, and fraud, and it took 4 years before being sentenced to 15 years in prison. Only 15 years?
For attempted murder?
Attempted murder, tens of thousands of dollars stolen, and selling the goddamn dog. 15. Frankie, you did a bad. Can we admit that Frankie did a bad thing? Everyone's like, yeah, all right. You'll have 15 years of vacation. You'll get your job back when you're done. Craigslist is notorious for a lot of things, but one of its darker stories involves a straight-up serial killer. In 2009, Philip Markoff started paying for sex workers on Craigslist and meeting them in hotel rooms. After a few initial meetups, things would escalate. He met up with 25-year-old Julissa Brisman. Once inside the hotel room, he bound her and shot her before fleeing the scene. He'd replicate this act 2 more times, except instead of killing the women, he would rob them and make his escape. Police were quick to pick up on the perpetrator, who repeatedly contacted Craigslist and threatened them with a gun. Craigslist! They eventually linked Philip to Craigslist killer and arrested him while he was driving with his fiance. Brutal. Wow. Man, I feel so bad for like wives or any like of that when they're like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, I've been fucking prostitutes and I shoot them in the face with a pillow. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry. Also, too, do you think that ever translates to people in their own life getting killed? Or do you think there's always that separation? Like him starting with like Craigslist prostitutes, do you think that translates to like his neighbor pisses him off so then he kills his neighbor? Like, do you think he feels, because I have to imagine that once you get into that realm, you become like power hungry or like, no one can catch me.
I think it depends. If it's prostitutes, it's probably just like an easy kill.
Well, yeah, because it's just people, no one's going to be looking for them kind of thing. They're already in desperate means. I'm just saying that like, I wonder if that's just, if it evolves in that way. Where after a while it's like that doesn't become fun anymore and it has to be more dangerous or something. Because there has to be like a thrill aspect of like, oh, am I gonna get caught, right?
And then eventually, yeah, I could see that you're getting bored and you're like, oh.
Then if you're the fiance there, you're like, I wonder how long it would have been until I would have been fucking next. Who knows, you know? And then it would have been a thing of like, oh, I get new fiancés and I kill him. He's a psychopath. Philip was a medical student with no previous medical record, so had it not been for the Craigslist messages, he might have gotten away with the whole damn thing. Thank God for the Craigslist messages, like I say. The next time you go buy something online, try and find it on Craigslist. You might be surprised by what you see. There's still a lot of cool shit on Craigslist. I will say it's overrun with ads now, and like basically people have made scripts to where bots can post stuff or like even like dealerships and stuff. It's not as good as it like it used to be, but every once in a while someone does upload some sick stuff. So yeah, it's still worth going to. The website is severely underrated and has helped countless people find new trinkets, new lovers, and ways to vent about their lives. Craigslist might be a dying website, but the legacy it will leave behind lives on forever and ever and ever. But at the same time, if you're going to, here's another hack. If you're on Craigslist and let's say you're buying like a Nintendo 64, there's a lot of like retro game people that go on Craigslist and look for stuff. Meet somewhere public, have someone come with you, and never go to anyone's house. Or be like, I'll meet you at a McDonald's parking lot. Just be smart about it, all right? And someone's like,
let's see. Mine's on here. I'm just joking. Probably mine's too young.
YouTube shows you videos it thinks you'll like, but YouTube also has a darker side. Some channels never cross your feed, they hide in the shadows, and their content probably shouldn't be online. Today we'll dive into disturbing YouTube channels that shouldn't exist. We'll start with the strange ones and work our way to the most bizarre. So I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, and it would mean the world if you subscribe, because the growth of this channel would be the best Christmas gift for me. I'm Visual Venture, you are awesome. Hi Walter, it's me Patrick. This YouTube channel had one of the weirdest names ever. Hi Walter, it's me Patrick. It was created in April 2008. The channel description read, my videos to Walter, my friend which cannot seem to find me. But that raised more questions than it answered. Who was Walter? Who was Patrick? And why was Patrick reaching out in such a public way? In October 2009, the first video appeared, but when people watched it, it didn't feel friendly at all. It felt like Patrick was a deeply disturbed person. The video was titled, Hi Walter, I got a new girlfriend today. It began with Patrick talking about his day.
Hi Walter, I was at the mall today and guess what happened? I met the most wonderful girl.
He said they walked around, looked at jewelry, and had a nice time. Suddenly the story got dark.
I brought her back to my place, and I know she hates cameras, Walter, but I'm gonna show you around anyways. You ready?
Patrick got up and opened the door. That's when viewers sighed. A woman was inside the room. Patrick locked her there. The moment the door opened, she looked like she was about to yell something to the camera, but Patrick rushed in and slammed at the door. Then the video ended. The clip made it seem like Patrick met this woman at the mall and was now holding her against her will. For years, the creepy clip sat on YouTube with less than 20,000 views. Viewers thought it was fake. But in 2016, someone took a closer look, and he concluded that the video was evidence of a real crime. The viewer named the Gemini Tiger raised concerns. He believed the woman in the video might be Kayla Berg. She was a Wisconsin teen who disappeared in 2009. For starters, the lady in the video resembled Kayla. Kayla was last seen wearing a strap top. The woman in the video was wearing one too. Kayla went missing in August 2009. Patrick uploaded his video in October, just 2 months later. The theory spread fast. Eventually, it reached Kayla's mom. Someone showed her the video and asked if the girl in the video could be her daughter. And after seeing it, she said it sounded and looked like her. That response brought more attention to the video. Within days, the views jumped from 20,000 to hundreds of thousands. News outlets picked it up. Social media spread it everywhere. Eventually, the police released a statement. The Antigo Police Department is actively investigating the origins of this video. If anyone has information, please contact us. Before long, they found out who was behind the channel. Police traced the video to a comedy group called 2150 Studios. When officers reached out, the group explained everything. The video was staged. It was meant to be a dark comedy skit. Patrick was an actor. The woman in the room was also an actress. They had no connection to Kayla Berg, and the timing of the upload was pure coincidence. Police had to release another statement. They said the video had no connection to the disappearance of Kayla. But by then, people couldn't shake what they felt. The video didn't seem like a joke. It just felt disturbing. Today, the Hi Walter channel is still online. It has only one video, and sadly, Kayla Berg has never been found. This next channel looked fun in the beginning, then it went so wrong that it became headline news. Joshua Brown. Joshua Brown started his YouTube channel in 2010. Brown loved cars and motorcycles. Most of his videos showed him on road trips.
All right, well, we got a river crossing here. This is my first.
The trouble started when he bought a new car, the Tesla Model S. For Brown, it was extra special. The car came with Tesla's breakthrough self-driving system called Autopilot. It could steer, change lanes, and move through traffic on its own. From that moment, Joshua's channel focused on one thing: what Autopilot could do. The first Tesla video came out in October 2015. Brown.
There's no such thing as a self-driving car even nowadays. How could that do that in 2017? What the fuck? Got scammed, man. I still can't even do that shit in 2026. Not to mention 2000 fucking. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Said this doesn't look safe at all. Viewers were right to be worried. Brown was ignoring Tesla's safety rules for Autopilot.
Autopilot features are intended for use with a fully attentive driver who has their hands on the wheel.
Brown probably trusted the technology too much. Video after video showed the same pattern. Brown depended on the system and became less attentive. And one day, it almost cost him everything. In early 2016, Brown posted a video titled Autopilot Saves Model S. The clip showed him driving down the highway. Suddenly, a truck cut cut into his lane. Before he could react, the Tesla swerved on its own and avoided the crash. Brown praised the car in the video description, writing, "I am very impressed. Excellent job, Elon." It became his biggest video with 3 million views. Even Elon Musk reshared it on Twitter. Brown's channel took off. He got more views and more subscribers. That near miss made him trust autopilot even more. He believed the technology would protect him every time. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Months later, Brown was driving down a Florida highway. Autopilot was on. A large white truck crossed the road in front of him. This time, the Tesla didn't brake. The news reported what happened next.
Joshua Brown died on May 7th after he engaged the Tesla's autopilot mode, and a tractor trailer drove across the highway, colliding with his car.
It was the first demise linked to Tesla's autopilot system. Investigators later reviewed the crash. What they found was alarming. That day, Brown drove for 41 minutes. Autopilot handled the car for 37 of those minutes. During the trip, the system warned Brown to take control 7 separate times, but he ignored every warning. There was also another issue.
Tesla says the car's system could not differentiate between the truck's white side and a bright Florida sky.
Simply put, the AI sensors mistook the white trailer for the bright sky. That's why the car didn't stop. After the incident, people returned to Brown's YouTube channel. They left comments under his old videos. "Rip, man, sorry that Tesla couldn't save you the second time." Another wrote, "Thoughts are with your family. You risked your life in the name of science and innovation." But not everyone was kind. Some blamed Brown for putting too much faith in technology. Joshua Brown's channel is still online today. It's just videos of cars and motorcycles. But knowing what happened, the content now feels deeply unsettling. The guys behind this next channel didn't understand the concept of danger, and their content went way too far. TGF Bro. The TGF Bro channel started in May 2012. It was created by 2 friends, Jay and Romel. Most of their videos were challenges, and their first upload was the Laughter Challenge.
One of us drinks the water, and the other one has to make them laugh while the water's in the mouth.
It got nearly 1 million views. After that, their challenges kept getting worse. Soon they were eating very spicy peppers. Then they drank.
Okay, friends, bruh.
Disgusting smoothies. The views increased, but the channel still wasn't blowing up the way they wanted, so they pushed the limits even more. The most reckless stunt began with a dumb idea.
One night I was in bed and I said to my girlfriend Chloe, I was like, imagine if I cemented my head in the microwave.
Jay wanted to cement his head inside a microwave, and he actually went through with it. As you might expect, it didn't go well. The microwave got stuck. After nearly an hour of trying to remove it, someone called 911.
He has a microwave stuck to his head. I know this sounds like a prank call, but he was trying to film a YouTube video.
Firefighters arrived and freed Jay. Later, Jay and Romel uploaded the video. It went viral with over 8 million views. The viewers were angry, not entertained. One comment read, "What frustrates me the most is that the time paramedics have spent with you may have affected someone else's survival." Even Jay's mom was so upset that she refused to speak to him for months. The firefighters who rescued him also tweeted. They said they were seriously
YouTube will allow
unimpressed.
it. It's okay. YouTube won't punish them at all.
After all the backlash, Jay apologized. People assumed he learned his lesson. They were wrong. In March 2020, the channel posted another controversial video. In it, Jay and Romel hired a driving instructor to teach them how to drive.
"This is Richard. He's kindly giving me and Romel a driving lesson."
What the instructor didn't know was that the lesson was a setup. As soon as they got in the car, the boys ignored all of the driving instructor's instructions. The driving instructor snapped, and his reaction was caught on camera. When the video was posted, it got 10 million views. But once again, viewers were furious. The main issue was that it happened on a busy road, so viewers felt it put others at risk. One comment said, "I'm honestly surprised nobody reported them to the police." Well, someone did report them. Weeks later, police arrested Jay and Romel. They were forced to delete the video. And in 2022, a judge fined them each £1,000, which is a little over $1,000. And this time, the boys really did learn their lesson. In January 2024, Jay made a Reddit post titled TGF is no more. He said life was becoming unbearable with all the trouble we dealt with over the years, not to mention the mental health issues. So they decided to end the channel. But after 3 years, they have literally just posted again. This next creator believed some people were aliens in disguise. Sherry Shriner. Most people laugh at conspiracy theories, but in 2008, a woman named Sherry Shriner took them seriously. So seriously that she built a YouTube channel around them. Her channel description sounded like a warning. It listed UFOs, aliens, reptilians, fake humans, the New World Order, and alien agenda. Sherry believed these hidden forces secretly controlled the world, and she was determined to expose them. Her first video featured a man named Stuart Harrison. He claimed he had inside information about rituals happening inside governments.
Stuart Harrison, aka Watchman X, bringing you what I hope you will find to be an exciting revelation regarding what is going on right now around the seats of power in England.
Sherry presented his claims as proof. Soon she posted more videos with similar claims, but her audience stayed small. Only a few thousand people watched. Then Sherry raised the stakes. She started talking about lizard people. For years, the reptilian theory has circulated online. It claims that some rich and powerful people are actually shape-shifting lizard people in disguise. Sherry didn't just repeat the theory, she expanded upon it.
The reptilians have been dominating Earth for the last hundreds of years, thousands.
She even accused famous people by name: Queen Elizabeth, Barack Obama, Beyonce. According to Sherry, they were all reptilians pretending to be human. Her audience didn't laugh. They believed her. They were desperate to protect themselves from the evil lizard people. That fear soon turned into a business opportunity. Sherry started selling something called orgone. Orgone is a small rock made from mixing metal shavings, quartz crystals, and resin. She claimed it could ward off reptilians and dark entities.
You know, that orgone is definitely a weapon for his army to get busy doing in these last days.
A small orgone pendant costs $34. Larger pieces cost up to $288. The money poured in. Her channel was no longer just spreading ideas. It was fueling paranoia, and it was only a matter of time before it led to a serious tragedy. Stephen Mineo and his girlfriend Barbara Rogers were devoted followers of Sherry. They trusted everything she said. Then in 2017, Sherry turned on them. It started when Barbara made a Facebook post saying that she liked eating raw meat. Sherry saw the post and reacted right away. She said the only types of people who crave raw meat are those influenced by dark forces. She accused Barbara of being a reptilian super soldier. Sherry's other followers took this accusation seriously. They began targeting Barbara online. Stephen saw the harassment and stood up for his girlfriend. He uploaded 5 videos defending Barbara and calling Sherry a fraud. But that only added fuel to the fire. For weeks, Stephen and Barbara were under a non-stop attack. Stephen struggled to handle the stress. Then in July 2017, something terrible happened. Barbara called 911 in panic. She said it was just the two of them alone in a room. Stephen picked up a weapon. Somehow it ended up in Barbara's hands. It accidentally went off. Stephen didn't make it. Barbara was arrested and charged. She was sentenced to 15 to 40 years in prison. Sherry wasn't directly involved in the incident, but her conspiracy theories created the chaos that led to this tragedy. In late 2017, Sherry's health was failing, but she never admitted it. Instead, she claimed dark forces were attacking her. Sherry passed away from heart issues a year later. She was 52. Sherry was gone, but her channel is still online and her theories continue to spread. This next case is heartbreaking from start to finish. David Sartazin. In August 2018, someone created a YouTube channel called David G. Sartazin. Right away, people noticed something was off. The channel only had about 1,000 subscribers, but it somehow had over 8,000 videos. And all of those videos were posted within 2 years. That meant the person behind the channel uploaded about 11 videos a day. Most creators can't keep up with 1 video a week. Things got more mysterious when people actually watched the videos. They all looked similar. A TV was hanging on the wall, a show was playing, and someone was filming while lying in what seemed like a bed. The camera never moved. The room never changed. And the person recording never said a word. Most of the time, the TV show was Wheel of Fortune. It seemed like the channel was stuck posting different episodes of Wheel of Fortune. But one day, the videos started to change, and viewers finally understood what was really going on. From 2019, the new videos showed a different room. The walls were plain white. The light was brighter. A curtain divider stood beside the TV. It was obvious what kind of room this was.
That curtain next to the TV. a clear indication that David wasn't filming at a house anymore, and that he was likely filming from a hospital room.
Other viewers noticed it too. David was now recording from a hospital bed. Then came another change. The recordings began to shake. At first it was slight. Later it became constant. By late 2019, the camera never stopped trembling. Viewers also heard new sounds. There were soft beeps and repeated clicks. One comment said you could hear some sort of life support in the background. Everything started to make sense.
But maybe David's health got worse and worse, something that the shakiness of the camera could signify. Maybe this led him to be transferred to the hospital.
If that was true, then thousands of people were watching David's health decline in real time. Then on November 6th, 2019, he posted his final video. It was another short clip of Wheel of Fortune. The camera never stopped shaking. After that, the channel went silent. Weeks passed with no new uploads. Subscribers were curious and concerned. In November 2019, someone figured out what happened. An obituary was posted for David Glenn Sardison. It said he passed away and thanked the nurses on the second floor of St. Vincent's for taking care of David. Now the theory was confirmed. David was recording his final moments. Viewers saw him move from his bedroom to a hospital bed. They watched his strength fade through the shaking camera, and now he was gone. The viewers of our next channel thought they were watching a kidnapping happen in real time. Alan Tutorial. In 2011, a man named Alan started a channel called Alan Tutorial, but he was teaching things that didn't make sense. The first video was titled How to Leak on a Piece of Paper. He explained what to do.
You're gonna need a pad of paper, white paper. You need a fork, or you could use scissors.
Then he let liquid drip onto the paper. It wasn't clear if it was water or something else. That was the entire tutorial. But somehow the video went viral with over 1 million views. So Alan kept posting. He uploaded how to make mail into square, then how to make a windmill. Each tutorial was stranger than the last, and Alan never showed his face. Then one video made viewers fear he might be in real danger. In June 2011, Alan uploaded a new tutorial. Halfway through the video, a loud banging started off camera. Alan froze. He sounded scared as he spoke to whoever was banging on the door.
Who? Yeah? Doing tutorial. I'll be done in a minute.
But the pounding didn't stop. It got more aggressive. When viewers watched the video, they were concerned. Then someone noticed a strange tag on the video. It read, Dad. Viewers wondered if this was a cry for help, but Alan didn't explain. He just uploaded another tutorial as if nothing was wrong. However, each new video became harder to understand. Alan's room started to change. His belongings were scattered across the floor. Soon after, he uploaded Locked Out of Room tutorial. This time, he wasn't filming inside his room.
Somebody got locked out of my room. Somebody packed up all my stuff.
It looked like Alan lost access to his home. For the next 2 months, Alan only filmed outdoors. He looked cold, hungry, and tired. He scavenged for food and water.
And then dangle the water. Okay. You dangle the water. Oh, got it. Perfect.
Viewers felt like they were watching someone struggle in real time. In November 2013, the situation escalated again. Alan uploaded a new video. His face wasn't showing, but viewers could see his arms and legs, and they looked dirty. Not only that, it seemed Alan was filming from the back of a moving truck. At this point, viewers were worried. Some even thought Alan was kidnapped. Then in December 2014, Alan posted his final video. The clip showed him breaking through a wall. Then he crawled through the opening and escaped. After that, the uploads stopped. For years, no one understood what they witnessed on that channel. The mystery lasted until 2021. That's when filmmaker Alan Resnick revealed he was behind the channel. He explained what really happened.
It was very fun as a project for me to do. I didn't really tell anybody about it when I was doing it, and people just stumbled upon it.
He admitted that the Alan Tutorial channel was performance art. That meant everything was staged.
And the reaction from that was
fucking
what was so exciting, and that fueled
just for
me
your
making
attention.
more of it.
The channel posted
for your
63
ego?
videos and
What the
pulled
fuck?
in 37 million views. It was strange, disturbing, and completely fake. The viewers of this next channel knew that the end was coming.
The scumbag,
Leather
man.
smoked me. Leather Smoke Me was
Straight up
created in
scumbag.
2006. The channel was run by a man named Dave, and his first video made people stop and stare. It was titled Gas Mask Smoking. We can't go into detail about what he was doing, but the video title tells you what you need to know. He was puffing through a mask, and it didn't look safe. But it got views, so Dave kept going. Over time, he uploaded over 200 videos doing the same thing. At this point, viewers had two questions. Who was this man? And why was he doing this? They got their answers when Dave finally introduced himself. In March 2008, Dave posted a different kind of video. It was titled A Bit About Me. It was the first time he spoke straight to the camera.
Been on the net since 1991. Started smoking at the age. Have enjoyed every one of them.
Then he finally explained what his channel was really about. Dave wasn't making videos for everyone. His content was for people who enjoyed watching someone puff, and the comments proved it. The more viewers praised Dave, the more extreme his videos got. Eventually, it began to affect his health. Over the next 4 years, Dave's appearance changed. He appeared unwell. By 2010, the difference was hard to ignore. Then, the uploads mysteriously stopped. Months passed with no new videos. Dave finally returned in May 2011. In the video description, he explained what happened. Hey guys, after a 6-month battle with cancer, I'm still here and still puffing. Now he even had a medical bandage under his chin. But instead of slowing down, Dave kept filming the same old content, and some viewers encouraged him to continue. Months later, Dave posted his final video. He looked weak. His hands shook as he puffed. Weeks later, a comment appeared under one of the videos. I wanted to let Dave's friends on here know that he passed away last night. You will be missed. That was the end. More comments followed. Rest in peace, man. Sad to see someone go like this. Dave's videos are still online, and those who enjoy that kind of odd content are still watching. Some people will do anything for views, but views come and go. Your health, your safety, and your life, those don't come back. So don't.
That's it, dog. Shit. Some posted me for targets for Hitman.
This very photo would lead to the death of this young rapper. Because in the photo you will see almost the entire Airbnb address.
His family believes someone targeted Quanah Bunkley because of a social media post he made about the amount of cash he was carrying.
I wanna sincerely apologize, bro.
Yo, look, that's all it was. That's all it is, bro.
Nah.
I ain't gonna front. Look.
Yeah, no, I'm actually scared.
The information we got is that he allegedly had commented on a post on Facebook, and thereafter he was targeted.
We all use social media, but sometimes the wrong post at the wrong time can turn social media into a death sentence. Today, we'll explore dumb posts that made people targets for hitmen, starting from the least to the most disturbing. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality, and to do that, we gotta keep growing. It would mean the world to me if you followed me right now on this app, and I will do my very best to make the best videos I possibly can for you. I'm Visual Venture. You are awesome.
The website, not an app.
The King of Mexico. Fofo Marquez was famous for being the most spoiled rich kid in Mexico. He had more than 1 million followers on TikTok, and almost all of his posts showed him driving cars, partying with models, and spending like crazy. He even owned a pet lion just because he could.
Día de hoy vamos a sacar a pasear a León Tequila en los autos exóticos y después lo llevaremos de paseo al antro.
But Fofo didn't earn any of the money he was flaunting. His dad owned dozens of gas stations across Mexico, and all that inherited money went straight to Fofo's head. Fofo was so arrogant that he once declared, "I'm God, no one can compare to me. There is no human being more perfect than me." Then on July 7th, 2020, Fofo made the dumbest post of his life, and he realized he wasn't the most powerful person around. That day, Fofo drove into a city called Guadalajara. Guadalajara is the stronghold of the CJNG cartel, one of Mexico's most powerful crime groups. But Fofo didn't care about any of that. He was there to flex. He brought a convoy of luxury cars and headed to the busiest bridge in the city. Then they parked in the middle of the bridge, blocking every single lane. Traffic stopped for miles. Drivers were honking and screaming. Fofo filmed the chaos with a smile on his face. Then he danced in the middle of the bridge.
Nos vamos cerrando para nosotros. Lo que quiero demostrar lo que puede hacer el dinero y el poder.
Then he called himself the King of Mexico.
La gente literal está molesta, está un poco molesta. Pero pues bueno, deben de entender que llegó el rey de México aquí. No es prepotencia, no es prepotencia.
Fofo's video went viral, but it wasn't just ordinary Mexicans who saw it. The CJNG cartel did too. To them, Fofo was disrespecting their territory, so they posted a public warning on Facebook. To you, Fofo, we will only tell you to be careful because we will not let you come to Guadalajara believing that you can do whatever you want. Here in Jalisco, Mr. Mencho rules. If we see you again in Guadalajara, we will pick you up and then, yes, all your money that you have will not help you. When they said pick you up, they didn't mean a friendly ride, they meant kidnapping. Mexico's most feared cartel just put Fofo on their hit list. Fofo's life flipped overnight. He went from dancing on a bridge to begging for forgiveness.
Le quiero pedir una disculpa pública al gobierno y a la demás gente que por ahí vi que mandaron mensajes. No se ofendan, yo lo hice a manera de contenido.
But the cartel wasn't known for its compassion, so Fofo had to live like a target. His family hired 30 bodyguards to protect him. Meanwhile, the mayor made Fofo do community service. He had to clean the same bridge he shut down. Fofo smiled for the cameras, but it was obvious that he was scared. Fofo never got kidnapped by the cartel, but a few years later, he ended up getting arrested for a very serious road rage in 2024. And for his actions, he was sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in jail.
Road
this next
rage?
case involves a group that poked its nose into a cartel war. The song that threatened the cartel. Fuerza Regida is a Mexican-American band with a controversial reputation, mainly because they glorify drug lords in their music. In May 2023, they had another song praising cartel life. It was titled TQM, and they had a plan to make it go viral. First, they posted a short clip of the song on TikTok. It blew up. Over 100,000 users made videos with it. Then they posted a phone number online. Fans who called that number heard another piece of the song.
He leaked his number, so let me give it a try.
Their social media campaign hyped up the song. So when the full song dropped, it got 6 million views in a single day. Today it has 191 million views on YouTube. But once Mexicans heard the full song, they realized the band was asking for trouble because the song praised El Chapo, a cartel boss, and the rival cartel took it as a declaration of war. In Mexico, drug cartels are at war with one another. At the top are two major players. There's the Sinaloa cartel, which are El Chapo's people, and their biggest rival is the CJNG group, the Jalisco New Generation cartel. They attack each other's members and they fight over territory.
The rise of these cartels has had devastating effects on both Mexico and the United States. In Mexico, drug cartel violence has escalated to unimaginable levels, with over 400,000 people.
Right in the middle of that cartel war, Fuerza Regida released TQM. The lyrics, when translated, said, "When I'm in the BMW, I'm distributing merchandise for JGL, always smelling fresh. They want me making money under the orders of Mr. Ivan." There's no mystery. JGL stood for Joaquin Guzman, better known as El Chapo. Mr. Ivan was his son. Fans caught on fast and started pointing it out in the comments. In summary, the song was bragging about working for the Sinaloa cartel. And to the CJNG, that meant the band picked a side in the cartel war. The band was set to perform in Tijuana on October 6th, 2023. They even released a poster to promote the show. But 4 days before the show, something chilling happened. A banner was found hanging from a bridge in the city. It was a death threat. The message read, "We are going to mess you up on October 6th in TJ. It will be the last performance of your life. CJNG. Perform and we will kill you." Fuerza Regida did not want to do it the easy way. Signed by CJNG. The warning made headline news. Fans held their breath, waiting to see what the band would do. They got their answer the very next day. On October 3rd, Fuerza Regida announced on Instagram the concert was canceled. Fans were disappointed, but they understood. The CGNG threat wasn't a bluff. In cartel territory, a viral TikTok song can cost you your life. Next is a story of a kid who trolled the wrong person. The dangerous dance. Neon built his career by stirring up trouble. He faked having COVID. He insulted people on live stream. He even threatened to confront the US president. And when Neon felt he was getting enough attention, he faked his death.
Did you fake your death?
I was like 14, I was falling off, I was like What do I do? But that shows how stupid I was, because how am I supposed to come back after I'm dead?
For Neon, nothing was off limits as long as it got views. Then Neon made one post, and suddenly real gangsters were on his trail. In August 2023, Neon filmed himself doing the Naughty Bop, but that dance had a violent origin. The Naughty Bop was created to mock how a boy named Naughty Osama lost his life. Naughty was unalive in a New York subway during a gang fight. The dance even mimicked the motion of the attack.
It's called the Naughty Bop, and you punch your hips like you're stabbing a person.
Neon knew what that dance meant, but he filmed himself doing it anyway. He even filmed himself teaching others how to do the dance.
Hand right here, like this, like this. This.
Neon's followers knew the dance could get him in serious trouble, and it looked like they wanted that to happen because they kept tagging one person in every video. Didi Osama, the victim's older brother. The one person who would never think that dance was funny. Didi Osama wasn't someone to mess with. He was part of Sugar Hill OY, one of the most feared street crews in New York. To him, the Naughty Bop was a direct insult to his family. When people first tagged Didi in Neon's videos, he tried to ignore Neon. He tweeted, "He's a dork. I'm not even about to respond to him. Never heard of him." But Neon kept doing the dance, and Didi kept seeing his brother get mocked. In December 2023, Didi finally decided to take action. One day, Neon was live streaming when Didi Osama showed up, and he came with his crew. Didi confronted Neon right on camera. Viewers saw it happen in real time.
Like, he's my dad, little brother, my heart. Like, I got my son in the back of my chain, my heart.
Nah,
You understand that?
I shouldn't have played about that.
Neon looked terrified. He kept on apologizing.
I wanna sincerely apologize.
I've seen this like 3 times.
How it wasn't. Even after that face-to-face warning, Neon made more videos doing the Naughty Bop. Obviously, when Didi saw the new videos, he was furious. Neon became a hunted man. There were times Neon had to run because he heard Didi was nearby.
Oh my God, they're coming! They're coming to see me!
By March 2024, Neon finally gave in. He met up with Didi one last time and paid him $50,000 to squash the beef. What started as just content almost turned into real street revenge. The hitman in this next story was the victim's own friend. The friend. In September 2023, Quanah Buckley got good news. A settlement check from an old injury arrived in the mail. The amount was $7,000. He had no idea that that money would soon ruin his life. Quanah was just 20. He worked at a steel factory, so a free $7,000 felt like hitting the jackpot. As soon as he cashed the check, he showed off the money on Instagram. He wasn't there to flaunt the cash online, but the danger wasn't in the post. Money would soon ruin his life. Quanah was just 20. He worked at a steel factory, so a free $7,000 felt like hitting the jackpot.
Yeah.
As soon as he cashed the check, he showed off the money on Instagram. He wasn't there to flaunt the cash online, but the danger wasn't in the post, it was in who saw it. The same day Quanah posted the video, he was out driving with his girlfriend. They were in her car when they saw someone walking, a guy named Corey James. Corey and Quanah were friends, so Quanah offered him a ride. Quanah didn't realize that Corey saw the Instagram Instagram post, the one flaunting the $7,000. And at that moment, Corey started having dark thoughts.
Corey would allegedly see this post and then will begin coming up with a plan to relieve Mr. Bunkley of his money as soon as possible.
Corey hopped into the car with Quanah and his girlfriend. After a few minutes, Corey pulled out a weapon. He aimed it at Quanah and demanded the money from the post, but Quanah refused. They started arguing and Corey pulled the trigger. Then Corey escaped. Quanah's girlfriend, who was also in the car, called 911, but paramedics couldn't save him. Quanah passed away. 4 days later, Corey James was arrested.
Corey Allen James was arrested this afternoon by the Harris County Sheriff's Office Violent Person Task Force. He is accused of robbing and fatally shooting Quanah Bunkley, someone he knew.
When reports spoke to Quanah's mother, she confirmed what many already suspected.
20-year-old man shot and killed in North Harris County. His family believes someone targeted Quanah Bunkley because of a social media post he made about the amount of cash he was carrying.
Quanah didn't know his friend could be that dangerous, but the woman in this next story knew she was hanging out with deadly people. The post that ended her life. In April 2024, Landy Paraga attended a friend's wedding, but after the ceremony, she stopped at a local restaurant to eat. Before eating, she snapped a picture of the meal. Then she posted it online. In the corner of the picture, you could see the restaurant's logo. That logo revealed the name of the place, and with the name came the location. Landy had over 170,000 followers. Now, they all knew exactly where she was. What Landy didn't realize was that someone who wanted to harm her was waiting for that exact post. Landy had a target on her back because of something that happened the year before. She was secretly dating one of the biggest drug lords in Ecuador. His name was Leandro Noreno, also known as El Patron, which means the boss. Noreno was insanely wealthy. He gave Landy cars, apartments, and expensive gifts. But the fact that he was a criminal wasn't the biggest issue in their relationship. Noreno was also married.
So you've got someone who's linked with a cartel. They are in a relationship that appears to be extramarital, and so there's a lot of complications.
Although he was a powerful crime boss, Noreno was terrified of his wife discovering the affair. In a leaked text message, he warned his team, "If my wife comes across anything about her, I'm screwed. Her name cannot come out anywhere. Otherwise, my world will come crashing down." But the secret affair didn't last. In 2022, Noreno was arrested. When police raided his home, they found stacks of cash, gold bars, and designer watches. Later that year, Noreno's life was ended in a prison riot. Not long after, the media got hold of his secret affair with Landy. It became big news in Ecuador, but Landy refused to confirm or deny it. She was a successful model and ran her own business, so she was very active on social media. Even without admitting the affair, just being linked to a drug lord put Landy in danger. Maybe she didn't realize that. That brings us to April 28th, 2024. Landy attended a friend's wedding somewhere in Ecuador. Landy posted photos from the wedding on social media. After the ceremony, Landy decided to grab lunch at a local restaurant. That's when she posted this photo of her meal on Instagram. The restaurant's logo was visible in the corner of the photo. She didn't tag the location. That one logo was enough. 20 minutes later, 2 suspicious men showed up at the restaurant.
Seconds later, Landy appears to notice someone standing in the door. She looks over, but quickly turns away.
Turning away was a mistake, because those men were there to end her life.
After that, authorities say 2 gunmen entered the restaurant and shot Landy 3 times.
The entire hit took less than a minute. The gunmen got away, and sadly, Lanny didn't survive. Police launched an investigation right away. They concluded that Lanny's post tipped off her killers to her whereabouts. Well, why was she targeted? There were 2 theories. Some believed Noreno's wife heard about the affair and wanted revenge. Others believed the cartel ordered the hit to keep Lanny quiet, especially because the police knew that she dated the crime boss.
She was viewed as a risk, that she would give information up. Perhaps her public behavior might lead to concerns about their operational safety.
No arrests were made and the case went cold. Landy spent time around powerful criminals, but in the end, it was a simple photo of her lunch that ended her life. This next case is about a famous person who revealed a little too much online. The end of a star. In 2020, Pop Smoke was one of the biggest names in music. Then he made a series of social media posts, and those posts led straight to his demise. The first post came in February 2020. Pop Smoke flew to Los Angeles with his friend Mike. They rented a $2.5 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills. It was so luxurious, Pop couldn't resist showing it off. First, he posted a photo and tagged the location. Then, Mike posted a photo of him and Pop holding stacks of cash. Behind them, you can see part of the house's address. An hour later, Pop posted again. This time, he flaunted his diamond watch, but the posts kept coming. That night, Pop shared another video. He was unboxing designer bags he just received.
Hold on. Wait. Mike and Mary. Billie Jean. Good looks, Mike and Mary.
But the bags had shipping labels on them, and if you paused the video and zoomed in, you could see the full address. 2033 Hercules Drive, Hollywood Hills. That's where Pop Smoke and his diamond watch and all his luxury items could be found. Pop's brand manager realized how dumb and dangerous that post was, so he called Pop and told him to delete it immediately. Pop took it down, but he wasn't fast enough. Some gangsters in LA were scrolling through social media. They saw the posts, the stacks of cash, the diamond watch, and designer bags, and now they knew exactly where Pop was staying, so they decided to strike. About 4 a.m., Pop sent his last tweet for the day. Then he got ready for bed. 20 minutes later, 5 gang members quietly broke into the mansion. They found Pop Smoke in the shower and demanded his jewelry. They were armed, but Pop tried to fight back, so one of them fired. The robbers grabbed what they could and escaped. Pop's friend was in another room in the mansion. When he came out and found Pop injured, he called 911. Unfortunately, Pop Smoke didn't make it. He was just 20 when he passed away. The robbers were eventually arrested, and the shooter was sentenced to 29 years in prison. Pop Smoke was a celebrity, but that made his posts even more dangerous. The hero next door.
Stupid.
In early 2025, one TikTok account was exposing criminals and embarrassing powerful people. It was run by a Venezuelan man named Gabriel Sarmiento. Gabriel had no business fighting crime on TikTok. He wasn't a cop or a journalist, but he made it his mission to take down one of the country's most dangerous gangs, Tren de Aragua.
Tren de Aragua is a violent prison gang from Venezuela known for robberies, cold-blooded murders, trafficking.
They robbed homes, sold substances. They just made life terrible for many Venezuelans. Gabriel's parents were also victims of the gang. So when he grew up, he decided to fight back. That's why in 2025, he started the @Unleaks TikTok page. On TikTok, he named members of the Tren de Aragua. He showed their faces. He called them out for their crimes, but he didn't stop with the gang. He accused police officers and politicians of working with them.
Sarmiento had recently made bold accusations against powerful figures, including Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello and the governor of Aragua.
Gabriel took his fight beyond TikTok. He filed complaints with the public prosecutor and posted those documents online. With every post, Gabriel gained more followers. More than 140,000 people followed his page, but the people he exposed weren't happy. Within months, Gabriel started receiving threats. Some were from gang members, others came from the police. They warned him to stop, but Gabriel did the opposite. He posted the threats online too. It was bold, but maybe it wasn't smart, because his enemies were serious about silencing him. On June 22nd, 2025, Gabriel posted multiple videos. He called out the gang. He attacked the police. He criticized top politicians, the usual stuff. That night, he went live on TikTok from his home. In the middle of the live stream, Gabriel heard a noise. Someone was at the door trying to break into his house. He got up to check, but the live stream was still rolling. Then, viewers heard screams and loud bangs. Gabriel shouted he was shot. A few seconds later, 2 men walked right in front of the camera. Their faces were clearly visible in the live stream. Then the screen went black. Gabriel didn't make it. He was just 25. His demise became headline news as followers demanded justice and the police were forced to take action.
The murder prompted swift action from Venezuelan authorities. Attorney General Tarek William Saab announced an investigation.
Police eventually arrested several gang members for the crime. Gabriel tried to use TikTok to stand up to a gang, but it cost him his life. This next case is about a guy who was just asking for trouble. Be careful what you say. Juan Luis Lagunas Rosales got famous because of something he posted, but in the end, he became a target because of something he posted online. It all started in 2015. Lagunas was just 15 when his friends dared him to drink a full bottle of vodka. He did it, then he passed out on the spot, but the video of him went viral. Just like that, Lagunas became a social media star in Mexico. He leaned into the fame. He started calling himself El Pirata de Culiacan, which means the pirate of Culiacan. Then he made more videos showing him drinking and partying. And Lagunas was only 16. Still, no one stopped him, and Lagunas didn't have family around to guide him.
He didn't know his father, and his mother abandoned him in his childhood. His grandmother raised him and tried to provide necessities as much as she could.
Sometimes he drank so much he threw up on camera, but the more reckless he got, the more followers he gained. By the time he was 17, he had over 700,000 followers on Facebook and 300,000 on Instagram. He was so popular, the brands paid him to show up at events. Bands also put him in their music videos. And then at the height of his fame, he finally got arrested in Tijuana for drinking before the legal age. But that didn't change him. After he got out, he kept doing reckless things. Then in late 2017, he made a post that crossed the line. He filmed himself insulting a ruthless crime boss. The CJNG cartel has been called the most powerful and violent cartel in Mexico today, and they're rich. Reports say CJNG assets are worth over $20 billion. The head of this criminal empire is El Mencho. But when Lagunas got drunk in late 2017, he sent an offensive message straight to El Mencho. He said a phrase that was a huge insult. The video went viral. Millions saw it, and so did El Mencho. 3 weeks later, Rosales was still partying like nothing happened. Then he made the dumbest post of all.
On Monday, December 18th, 2017, he posted on social media telling his followers that would be at the bar called Menta 2 Cantaros in Zapopan in Jalisco, and that they should meet him there for some drinks.
At 11 p.m., 4 men walked into the bar where Lagunas was. They took his life. No one knows for sure if El Mencho ordered the hit, but police said they were investigating a possible link to the Lagunas videotaped insult toward El Mencho. Lagunas' story is the perfect example of how social media can make you famous and then destroy you. My friends, remember this: going viral.
Innocent lives ruined by the innocent. What you got next, guys? Visual. Come on, man. What you been there for?
How do you justify causing so many people distress and hurt?
It isn't my responsibility what others find upsetting. If you don't like it, turn it off.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you yourself and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty.
Simply because some idiot insinuated that something happened because two people went to use the bathroom at the same time. Are you happy yet?
There is a dark underworld, sinister side to Facebook that people probably don't realize even exists, that it's there.
Today, we're looking at innocent people whose lives were destroyed by internet trolls. And you'll be shocked why these everyday people became targets. We'll start with the lighter cases and end with those that are truly heartbreaking. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without Natalia. Imagine getting roasted online, not for something you did, but for something someone else did using your face. That's exactly what happened to Natalia. In 2015, Natalia lived in Russia with her husband. She had a relatively quiet life, but her big mistake was using a social media platform called VK. It's basically the Russian version of Facebook. She posted innocent pictures like dinners with her husband, selfies, everyday stuff. Little did she know a troll was watching her page, and that troll was about to steal her life. This person downloaded hundreds of Natalia's photos. They took those photos and created a Twitter account. They called the account Uma Compton, same face, different name. And Uma Compton was preparing to cause a lot of trouble. The Uma Compton account introduced itself as a Christian mother.
Proud Christian mother of 3, suicide survivor, anti-bully advocate.
But the things Uma Compton posted were the opposite of Christian.
Not long after the account's creation, Uma started posting and quickly garnered attention for a series of outlandish and often vulgar tweets that she would publish.
In one tweet, Uma bragged about her skills in the bedroom. Another tweet implied that that she was romantically involved with her brother. Remember, this account was using Natalia's real face. People thought the woman behind those controversial tweets was bold enough to show her identity. The account went viral. Screenshots of the tweets went viral. It felt like everyone was talking about Uma Compton, but the troll behind the Uma Compton account didn't stop at tweets. They decided to make music, and things got even worse. The internet troll released full songs under the name Uma Compton. The lyrics were offensive and the quality was terrible. There were even music videos with a cartoon version of Uma, which was actually Natalia's face. Soon, she had fans who started making fan pages of her. To them, Uma Compton was an internet icon. She was famous for being inappropriate. Meanwhile, Natalia was still in Moscow living her normal life. She didn't use Twitter or speak English, so she had no idea that she was the face of Uma Compton. That's probably why the troll chose her in the first place. She seemed like someone who would never find out. But then the troll slipped up and everything came crashing down. In January 2016, the Uma Compton account uploaded a new photo of Natalia. She was pointing at a street sign written in Russian. In the background, there was a phone number. A reporter named Ryan saw the post. Immediately, he realized that something was off. Uma always tweeted that she lived in America, so why was the street sign written in Russian? Ryan looked up the phone number. It led him to Natalia's VK page in Russia. Natalia's page had the exact same photos Uma Compton was using, but it showed a completely different person. Ryan reached out to Natalia and her husband. When he told them about Uma Compton, they were shocked. Ryan knew he had to expose the truth, so he published his findings, and the internet finally saw it. Uma Compton wasn't real. It was just a troll causing mischief with stolen pictures. Twitter banned the Uma Compton account, but by then the damage was permanent. Tweets had already been screenshotted, songs were downloaded and reposted, and Natalia's face was tied to all that disgusting content. And she could no longer come to America because if she did, she would be recognized as one of the worst people ever. Natalia's face was stolen and she didn't even know it until it was too late. But here's the scary part. This could happen to any of us because your personal information.
So many people.
Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a troll, but because handles it for you automatically. And it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the next. Caitlin Upton thought she was about to become a beauty queen. Instead, she became the target of internet trolls who ruined her life. In November 2006, Caitlin became Miss Teen South Carolina, and it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the national stage Miss Teen USA.
Nice.
Tonight, 51 of the hottest teens
USA,
from all over the
baby.
nation are getting ready to compete for the dream of a lifetime.
It was a huge event. Millions were watching live from home. Caitlin made it to the top 5. That's when the questions began. One of the judges asked her a question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
It was a question about education and geography, but maybe Caitlin was nervous because what came out next was not a logical answer. It was a mess.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The crowd went silent. Even the host froze. He wanted to help her, but he couldn't.
As a host, they specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all.
Caitlin wasn't the first to fumble during a pageant, but internet trolls decided to make her suffer for her mistake. Someone clipped Caitlin's mistake and posted it online. It spread like wildfire. The video crossed 1 million views on YouTube. On Reddit, the comments were vicious. One said, "This is what having a brain fart looks like." They made memes and parody videos. One showed cartoons dancing in her brain.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because...
But the online jokes spilled into her real life. One day, Caitlin's family found a strange letter in the mailbox. It contained hateful comments telling Caitlin to go die for your stupidity. At a college party, a group of guys recognized her, and they started mocking her on the spot. Her mental health took a hit. She didn't feel safe in public. Caitlin even lost childhood friends because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. Years passed, the trolling slowly became less and less. And after all these years, Caitlin was finally able to move on with her life. This next case is about a kind gesture that backfired. Nicola Brooks. Nicola Brooks didn't go looking for trouble. She was just a mom sitting on the couch watching TV with her daughter. Then she did one thing that put a target on her back. It started in November 2011. Nicola and her teenage daughter were watching X Factor, the talent show. A contestant named Frankie got kicked off for breaking the rules. Frankie was a controversial figure. He had a wild attitude. He bragged about breaking the law. Some viewers couldn't stand him. So when Frankie was eliminated, the internet celebrated. One headline read, "Frankie's departure from the X Factor means the end of too tight trousers, enormous hair, and some extremely painful singing." But it wasn't just jokes and memes. The comments about Frankie became violent. Some wanted him to get hit by a bus. Others talked about doing disgusting things to him. The harassment was so extreme that Frankie himself spoke out.
A few weeks ago, people didn't have a Scooby who I was, and now I'm walking down the street and there's people shouting stuff at me and just trying to give me a hard time.
Nicola saw all of it and she was horrified, so she decided to help. She posted a kind message on Facebook. It read, "Keep your friends and your family close, Frankie. The online bullies will move on to someone else soon." That's all she said, but somehow internet trolls didn't like that. They turned on her instead. At first, it was just typical trolling. They just called her names. Then it escalated. They made fake Facebook accounts using Nicola's name and face. But they weren't just impersonating her, they were trying to destroy her. Some fake accounts messaged children. Others posted offensive content, all with Nicola's name and face.
I was getting photos made of me that the trolls were posting up.
She reported everything to Facebook, but they weren't much help.
I was using the report system. I was clicking over and over again, thinking this would stop, something would be done.
So she went to the police, but they couldn't help either. Most of the trolling was just online, but after 6 months, it leaked into the real world. On Mother's Day 2012, the internet trolls posted Nicola's home address online. Anyone with bad intentions now knew where to find her. That night, Nicola was anxious. She went to bed with the lights on. For extra security, she placed a knife under her pillow. Not long after, Facebook shut down the accounts impersonating her. But Nicola wasn't satisfied. She wanted to know the real identity of her cyberbullies, so she dragged Facebook to court.
Nicola instructed a lawyer and they contacted Facebook to ask for details of those trolling her.
It took months of legal pressure, but in the end, Nicola won. Facebook was forced to hand over the names. The paperwork arrived and the name at the top left her speechless. The biggest troll, the one who did the most damage, was a police officer. She forwarded the names to the authorities immediately.
2 men were arrested and later released on bail, but the Crown Prosecution Service has since recommended that no charges be brought against
them.
Nicola defended someone who was being bullied, and internet trolls tried to destroy her for that. His next case was about someone who was hurt by their own hero, Alexis Carter. It was early 2014. Alexis Carter was a junior in high school getting ready for prom, and she had the perfect dress in mind. She wanted to wear a green jumpsuit just like Rihanna's. The dress was unique because it had sleeves that looked like wings. There was one problem. The designer version was way too expensive. Alexis had 2 options: pick another outfit or find someone to recreate Rihanna's jumpsuit. She chose the second option. Alexis found a local tailor to sew a custom version. It wasn't exact, but it was close enough. On prom night, Alexis showed up in her green jumpsuit. Her classmates loved it. She smiled wide and posed for photos. Later that night, Alexis posted a few photos online. Then she went to bed with a smile, but internet trolls were about to wipe that smile off her face. By morning, Alexis's photos were going viral. Some troll online compared her sleeves to bat wings. Then they gave her a nickname: Prombat. Within hours, hashtag Prombat was trending. Trolls photoshopped her into bat logos and superhero posters. Alexis tried to ignore the memes, but then something happened that absolutely crushed her. On May 9th, 2014, the meme reached Rihanna herself, the same Rihanna whose dress Alexis tried to recreate. Instead of defending her fan, Rihanna reposted the meme. She posted this photo, a side-by-side comparison of her original dress and Alexis. It got over 9,000 retweets and 11,000 likes. It even appeared on TV.
Alexis' super low-cut green jumpsuit with wings got a Rihanna emoticon frown, along with a split-screen tweet comparing it to the Wu-Tang Clan's logo.
When Alexis saw Rihanna's post, she was heartbroken. Alexis said, "I started crying at first when it went viral. When Rihanna posted that photo, it made it 10 times worse." Later that day, she gathered every Rihanna CD she owned and threw it all in the trash. Eventually, memes slowed down, and people finally stopped bullying Alexis. This next story proves trolls don't need facts. They can just make things up. Norman Kohanowski. Norman was a teenager from Germany. He loved filming goofy skits with a camcorder, but one of those skits invited dangerous people into his life. In 2006, Norman created a fictional character named Leopold. Leopold was supposed to be a hot-headed gamer with a bad temper. One day, Norman filmed himself acting as Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a meltdown over a computer game. It was meant to be a joke about gamers who took things way too seriously. He posted the video on his personal website, so anyone who saw it knew it was an act. And then the problem started. Someone downloaded the video, then uploaded it on YouTube with a different title, Angry German Kid. It went viral on YouTube. Not because people thought it was funny, but because people thought it was real. Based on the comments, they thought Norman was an angry, unstable mess. Then German television found it, and they made the situation 10 times worse. In November 2006, there was a tragic incident in Germany. It involved a school and a pew-pew. German media scrambled to find something to blame. There was a theory going around that video game addiction made kids violent, so the reporters went looking for examples. Just like that, they found Norman's video. It was perfect. A TV station used the clip in a documentary about gaming addiction and violence. They didn't mention it was a sketch. Instead, they made up a story. They claimed the meltdown was real, and that Norman's father secretly recorded him. They even called him Leopold like it was his real name. Norman was a good kid, but now millions thought he was a violent freak. Just when it seemed it couldn't get any worse, the trolls showed up. Once the documentary aired, Norman became a meme. Trolls edited the footage with fake subtitles. But the worst part wasn't the internet, it was the kids at school. They teased him every chance they got.
Und die Leute sind einfach durchgedreht und ich habe es dann auch jeden Tag zu spüren bekommen. Jeden Tag.
That's how many shit reacted to
dass die
character.
Leute mich kennen,
Oh,
von der ganzen Schulhof brüllen.
Norman kept saying,
streaming all day tomorrow again. Never streamed all day today. What are you gonna say?